Okay, so section 5.4 is multiplying polynomials. This is something you are probably very, very familiar with at this point. So today should just be a review. Okay, so when you're multiplying polynomials, all you have to do is distribute. And when you are doing these, when you're doing these problems, a few things to remember about distributing is what is x times x? What's x times x going to be? X squared. What is x to the third times x to the fourth going to be? Yeah, you just add your exponents here. Okay, so just remember the big one is x times x is x squared. Okay, so let's do a few problems. If I had 2x squared and I wanted to multiply that times 5x minus 4. So you just need to distribute. So we're going to do 2x squared times 5x. What is 2x squared times 5x? 10x to the third power. And then 2x squared times negative 4 is going to be negative 8x squared. And that's your answer. Okay, what about if we had negative 3x times 4x squared minus 6x plus 1? Again, you're just going to distribute your negative 3x to everything inside the parentheses. So what is negative 3x times 4x squared? Negative 12x to the third power. What's negative 3x times negative 6x? Positive 18x squared, because x times x is x squared. And negative 3x times 1 is negative 3x. And that's your answer. Okay, so that is something that's one term times something that's more than one term. If we are multiplying two terms times something, so let's do two terms times two terms. If I have x plus 3 times 2x plus 5. For this, we're going to FOIL, or you could just think about it as like double distributing. If you do FOIL, F stands for your first terms, which is x times 2x. What is x times 2x? 2x squared. O stands for your outside terms, which would be x times 5. And x times 5 is 5x. I stands for your inside terms, which is 3 times 2x. 3 times 2x is 6x. And L stands for your last terms, which is 3 times 5, which is 15. If you don't like using FOIL, you can just think of take the x on the first x and multiply it by everything in the second parentheses. Do the same thing with 3, and you get the exact same thing, same order and everything. Okay, from here, we combine like terms. Like terms have the same base with the same exponent. What like terms do we have? 5x and 6x. What is 5x plus 6x? 11x. So we're going to get 2x squared plus 11x plus 15 for our answer. Most of the time, it's the two inside terms. The second term and the third term in your work that you could combine, but it's not always the case. Okay, let's do another one like that. What about if I had x minus 5y times 2x plus 3y? I'm going to distribute the x. to everything in the second set of parentheses. So x times 2x is 2x squared. X times 3y is 3xy, 3yx. It's up to you how you write it. Now I'm going to distribute negative 5y to everything in the other parenthesis. Make sure you distribute a negative. So negative 5y times 2x is negative 10xy, yx, it doesn't matter. Negative 5y times 3y, negative 15y squared. Do I have any like terms that I can combine? Yeah, the two middle terms, xy. Even if you had one as xy and the other as yx, you could rewrite it and it's the same. So what is 3xy and negative 10xy? Negative 7. So our answer is 2x squared minus 7xy minus 15y squared. Questions about that? Okay, you can do the same thing. Actually, let's do a couple more of those before I move on. Let's see, this is number 5. If I had x minus 3 times x plus 3. When you're distributing, we're going to do x times 3. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. What's negative 3 times x and negative 3 times 3? Minus 3x and minus 9. This time when I go to add my inside terms, what is positive 3x and negative 3x? 0x. So I get x squared minus 9 as my answer. This should look familiar. What is that problem? X squared minus 9, x plus 3, x minus 3. It's like the difference of two squares when you're factoring it. If you get this problem, we know to factor it into x plus 3, x minus 3. The reason why I didn't have anything on the inside there is because it cancels out. What about if I had x minus 3 times x minus 3? Let's do that one. Go ahead and work that one out. So you just got x squared minus 3x plus 9. And when you combine your two like terms, what's negative 3x and negative 3x? It's negative 6x. Don't cancel those out, okay? Those are two numbers you can add together, negative 6x plus 9. Because negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. Also, if you look at this problem, we know that doesn't factor into, or if you didn't get that middle part, we know that x squared minus 9 doesn't factor into x minus 3, x minus 3. It's 1's plus, 1's minus. Okay, the other thing is when we have a problem that looks like this, x plus 2 squared. I can't just distribute my squared there and say it's x squared plus 4. You have to write it 2 times because it means squared means something times itself. So I have to write this as x plus 2 times x plus 2 and then work it out. So x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 2 is 4. So we should get x squared plus 4x plus 4 as your answer. Notice that if you just tried to square both of these things, you would just get x squared plus 4. Is that the right answer? No, you missed that like middle term, that bx term. So don't just try to square everything or distribute the squared. Actually multiply it out. Okay. Let's do one more of those, of the squared ones. If I had 2x plus 5 squared. So remember, this means write it twice. 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5. And then you're going to distribute. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared, right? 2x times 5 is 10x. And then I'm going to do 5 times 2x and 5 times 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 5 is 25. Combine your two middle terms for like terms. And I get 4x squared plus 20x plus 25 for your answer. Questions about that? Pretty straightforward. Okay, so that is essentially 5-4. I think the only other problem you might have is if you had something a little bit bigger. For example, if you had 2x minus 3 times x squared plus 5x minus 7. So in this case, I'm multiplying 2 terms times 3 terms here. You still go about it the exact same way. You're still going to distribute the 2x to everything in the second set of parentheses. So 2x times x squared is 2x to the third power. 2x times 5x is 10x squared. 2x times negative 7, negative 14x. Now I do the same thing with the negative 3. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times 5x, negative 15x, and negative 3 times negative 7, positive 21. The hard part about this problem is combining like terms because there's a lot of like terms here. So start at the beginning, 2x to the third power. Do I have any more 2x to the third power to put with it? No, so it's just 2x to the third power. I'm gonna mark it off because I have that one. 10x squared, do I have any other x squares to combine it with? Yeah, there's 10x squared and negative 3x squared. What's 10 and negative 3? 7x squared. Mark those off. Now I have negative 14x. Do I have any other 14x? Oh, sorry, not 14. Any other x's with it? Yes, I have negative 15x. Negative 14 and negative 15 is negative 29x. And then the last thing that I haven't put in yet is plus 21. And that's my answer.